Stephen A's at it again. This time he's going at an NBA owner, and Matt Ishbia of the Suns is fired back. Look into what one college football coach is doing in terms of an NIL rule and rules for his program. And Chad Withrow, he's ranking all of Black Mirror in the seasons. If you don't know about that.
No. Just this last season. Season 7.
Oh,
just season 7.
Just season 7. You've already watched all of it.
I've watched them all.
I haven't yet watched one. That's why we have Chad Withrow to tell us which ones to watch. All that and more straight ahead here on Hot Mic. We are out of the gates and ready to go. If you're here on YouTube, hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe to the OutKick YouTube channel. Just season 7 is coming up on the rankings. Chad, looking forward to that. It feels like we always look forward to a little Stephen A. beef or a controversy here. And, he's at it again. He was discussing the Phoenix Suns. They have not living up to expectations is putting it mildly. Stephen A. is going as far to say that Matt Ishbia is one of them on the verge of becoming the worst owner in sports in the history of basketball.
You're on the verge of being recognized as the worst owner in the history of basketball.
Now that's above Donald Sterling. Dan Gilbert, let's see, just currently James Dolan.
Well, this reads like hyperbole because just wait a minute, it is. Right? Yes. Couldn't you just come out if you're Stephen A. Smith and say, well, obviously it's tongue-in-cheek saying that, but he's not.
He just took over.
Stephen A. Smith takes himself so seriously. The man thinks he should be president, first off. That's a sign. Right, that you may be a bit of an egomaniac if you're him, that he should be the president.
And also defense, others are saying he should be president.
Wouldn't you just come back if this became a big controversy and say, I'm talking to an audience and I'm being hyperbolic about where he is and I'm saying this stuff all the time. And, but no. He takes it very seriously and even almost had to apologize after saying it, but not before Matt Ishbia caught wind of it.
Yeah, and Matt Ishbia responded.
Stephen A. Smith, I don't take much he says seriously. I don't think many people do, to be honest with you. The things he said about Kevin Durant, just wrong and disrespectful. The things he said about LeBron James were just disrespectful and inappropriate. And so, with that being said, I don't really think Stephen A. believes what he said. I think, he's doing his thing. He's on the mic and he's doing what he just. And I think he'll apologize to me because I think it's disrespectful to put my name and aligned with anybody that was kicked out of the league.
And so he did end up apologizing about the Donald lumping him in with Donald Sterling, but said he was just focused on basketball. Focused on basketball.
Oh my goodness!
Yes,
it's in the movie Semi-Pro. Will Ferrell, Will Arnett. Yes. He's taking the floor, and the sports announcer, gets real big and mighty, and he says, Jackie Moon has meant more to this region around Detroit, Michigan than any human in the history of mankind. And then there's a pause, and the guy says, next to Henry Ford, possibly, you have to pause when Stephen A. says stuff like this. Next to Donald Sterling, the guy who was forced to sell his team, Matt Ishbia, in 2 years, by the way, and a guy who everybody applauded for helping the fans by making everything very affordable in the arena with concessions and everything else. But in 2 years, he is quickly going to become the worst owner in the history of basketball.
Well, and Ishbia even addressed the firing their coach and saying that the Suns, this is the second one-and-done hiring. And he said the roster was constructed. It's much better than the 36-win roster. There's a lot of reasons why Coach Bud is not here. I think Stephen A. is going to the whole one-and-done coach and everything else. No, this is an owner that's come in and needs time. It's not like he's not paying. He's bringing in.
He's
Durant.
not. Yeah, he's not the type that's just walking
Bradley
in.
Bill.
Hey, let's make this an ATM for me, and I'm going to sit on everything. And he's trying to win.
It's just dysfunctional. The
roster. It's not. That's not helping his case as a good owner that's happening. But he is a guy that's trying some different things, and I like what he's done for the most part.
Yes,
it's not his fault that. I don't see it as an owner's fault when they pay big-time talent to play on the team.
Like Devin Booker.
And then suddenly those players win 36 games.
Yeah.
Is that the owner's fault? Is that the player's fault? Is it the coach's fault? I'm going to go to coach and players.
Well, the owner's always going to win.
First.
Making the decisions,
Yeah.
But
my point is, if you're the guy paying those checks that Matt Ishbia is, I don't blame him for them wanting to get rid of the coach that wins 36 games.
Especially in that league.
But now Stephen A. Smith is going to take it to he's becoming one of the worst owners in the history of basketball. Okay.
In 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give him 3
also,
at least.
to
give
the
him 3
reporter
at least.
that, like, this is what fuels this. Like, we're reacting to it today because a reporter went to that press conference and asked the owner about it. Now, they got a good soundbite out of it, and that's what they're searching for, I'm sure. But, like, you're giving Stephen A. Smith a lot of credit when you go and ask the owner about something Stephen A. Smith said on the show.
In the local markets, they're talking about that on Sports Talk Radio.
Yes.
So, like that, if you're going to that presser,
right,
that's likely why you're asking that question. Because in your bubble, it's being discussed.
Yeah. And, I mean, Stephen A. continues to just cash those Disney checks every time this happens.
That's right.
He should send a bouquet of flowers to the reporter that asked the question to Matt Ishbia because it just raises his profile even more.
Chad, in the world of NIL, you're looking to Prairie View for help and to see what rules are in place?
Well, I like a man with a set of guidelines and rules. I like anyone that has a set of guidelines and rules. And I like the fact that Tremaine Jackson, who's the head coach at Prairie View A&M, went ahead and posted his criteria for anyone that enters a transfer portal and the rules to play for Prairie View A&M. And these are in order, and I think number 3 is the best and most alarming. But this is the Panther portal understanding.
I love that this is on the notes of a phone.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love that this man, too.
Simple.
Tremaine Jackson.
To the point.
Hats off to this
We've
man.
got the bag emoji.
He did exactly what any of us would have done in the same situation. He had one too many negative reactions with some BS college kid that thinks he's better than he is. And he said, you know what I'm going to do? Before I go ahead and respond to a DM or slide up into a 19-year-old's DMs, I'm going to go ahead and lay out my exact rules for what I want to see in the portal. And the rules look like this. Number 1, when I follow you, there's a 4-hour window to follow back, or we are done.
Are we done?
Boom.
Are we done?
This could also be like rules for a relationship with
A
Tremaine.
4-hour window?
Like if a dating partner potential pops up, you have 4 hours to follow back if he follows a woman on Instagram. Or we are
4-hour window.
Number 2, send your number, transcripts, and highlight in the first message. Now, highlight is misspelled here because it's spelled like a highlighter, not like an actual highlight. I will have you say, we can't scroll down far enough to show it, but the first reply to this message was Tremaine Jackson saying, highlight is spelled the way I intended to spell it. Thanks for the concern to people that were commenting that he misspelled highlight. Love this guy. I really want a major program to hire him immediately. Number 3.
Hey, what if you have 4 hours to respond whenever I text you and say, you up?
Yeah. I don't care if it's 2 a.m. You will get up and respond to that message. Number 3. Make sure you address my staff as coach and not bro or by my first or last name. Ridiculous, first off, that you're having to spell this out to someone that you don't call your potential coach bro.
What if it's DJ Lagway?
Or by the first name. Unless you're DJ Lagway and you want to play for free, because we're probably not going to pay you a lot at Prairie View A&M. Oh, I say that, but that's not the case. Number 4. Don't ask me for NIL, which we do have, by the way, at Prairie View. They've got it. When PFF has you as taking less than 200 snaps on the year, you should have gotten your money from them. Now it's time to play. I like that. And number 5, Hutton, pray, talk to your family, girlfriend, dog, and any other people before we offer you, not after you take 80 visits. I'm going to want to know ASAP. We look forward to speaking with you soon.
This is
Go Panthers.
This feels like a Key and Peele skit. Now imagine he's talking directly to Nico as he goes through these. He wrote this for Nico. Here's our portal understanding, Nico. When I follow, there's a 4-hour window to follow back.
Tremaine Jackson, by the way,
pray and then join.
He now has 56,000 followers on X, which I'm sure has gone up since his rules that he posted. So good for him. His profile says believer, Harmony's dad, head football coach at Prairie View University. He is a Phi-Psi.
And yes, I spelled highlight the way I want.
Yeah, thank you for your concern. It was great. Yeah, I spelled highlight the way I intended. Thanks for your concern, was the first reply. I love this man. I hope Prairie View A&M skyrockets in whatever conference they play in, and I hope this guy gets a job at a major program so we get more material like this.
We look forward to speaking with you soon.
Yeah, and don't call me bro when you're a teenager that I might coach.
You should have got your money somewhere else.
First interaction is bro or the first name.
Pray, talk to your family, dog, and any other people before we offer you.
Because I need to know ASAP.
Not after taking 80 visits.
I need to know ASAP.
The portal understanding. I want to know what really triggered him. Was it the 4-hour window was not followed? Like, he had to put these out. So it's like internal. It's bubbling to the top. Like, what put this over the surface for everyone to need to know?
I'm going to guess it's one interaction with one person that did all these
I
things.
agree. But do you think?
I think it's one guy who called him bro, one guy who scheduled a bunch of visits after the fact after he said he's probably going to go, one guy who immediately. Doesn't it sound like the same player?
It sounds
that
like
got in the portal and was like, all right, now how much can you pay me?
It's like it's a version. It's a football recruiting version of like a dating app in a bio.
Yeah. Rules to date me.
No, I don't want your Snapchat.
This is normally what something like attractive women post. I've noticed on Facebook. It's like, hey, I broke up with my boyfriend or I'm divorced now, but here are the rules for you to take me out on a date.
Yeah.
1, you must have ambition. 2, you must be funny. 3, you must be self-employed and make over $100,000 a year. And you post all those things. It looks like something a woman that's looking for a prospective partner would post, but this just happens to be Tremaine Jackson, head football coach at Prairie View A&M, posting his wants for people in the transfer portal, and I'm here for it.
Oh,
I am here for it.
This is the game changer for NIL, Chad. Not Josh Heupel.
Well, I think Josh Heupel, though, like the Nico thing is so public that coaches forever would just not say a negative word about anyone that enters the portal, comes out of the portal. And now that Josh Heupel, they just told Nico to get lost because he didn't show for practice. They really didn't have an option. All of a sudden, Fran Brown's like, screw you. I'm not paying you $2.5 million, nor are you worth it. And then this guy's posting his rules for anyone to come to Prairie View A&M. It's a real...
You need to go ahead and pray, talk to your family, and then go let me know.
We're witnessing a renaissance period for the college football coach in all this. That they're going to say exactly what they think now.
How to describe one of your top fan of a program? I mean, there's a pastor in Maryville, Tennessee. It's actually Maryville, but you say here in Tennessee, Maryville.
Yeah, the locals, it's Maryville.
Kidnapped at gunpoint, this pastor, Josh Sullivan, and held for almost a week in South Africa. He is rescued, and his reaction is publicized by WVLT and telling the story here because he's upset about his favorite team, Tennessee, and learning that the quarterback, well, he's entering the portal.
He was upset over Nico. On
that FaceTime?
No, he didn't say it on FaceTime. What was said was the missionary that was there that was helping and got him picked up and so forth is a big Georgia Bulldog fan. And they were instructed to do small talk when they first get him, small talk. Just don't talk about something serious, just small talk. So he said, well, Nico left, don't you? And his wife told me last night, said the biggest conversation we've had has been about Nico.
I love it. Also, don't talk about anything serious, small talk. And the Georgia fan just comes off the top rope after the guy's been kidnapped.
How about Nico?
Hey, man, how about you guys losing your starting quarterback and your hope for this upcoming season? And that's all he's concerned with now?
It's like, this part, it's like we always say, what are we talking about at the bar today? That's what that guy did. He was like, I'm just going to go with small talk. I got you. We got this.
It's
We're
also
talking about Nico today.
Totally something that an opposing SEC fan would do to a pastor that's been kidnapped, even though he's a pastor himself.
How do I break the ice?
How do I gig him with this, though, too?
Yeah.
Like, he's a Tennessee fan. I'm a Georgia fan. Hey, man, how about you guys losing your quarterback?
And it wasn't
that was
our fault.
something.
We can't recruit him.
What?
We can't recruit him. The Fellowship Baptist.
I've been in a South African dungeon for the last week,
Man,
and now you're going to hit me with this news?
Yeah, so he's a missionary pastor that's over in South Africa, and rescued, by the way, in a shootout that killed 3 kidnappers.
Goodness gracious.
And left him unharmed.
Yeah.
And he's discussing Nico.
Well, on this Good Friday, I would like to say thank God that he's okay.
Yes.
And everything's fine. And, I probably echo the prayer he's praying right now, too, which is, may Tennessee find a better quarterback than Nico in the transfer portal or on that roster. I'm sure he's feeling the same way.
The roster of the Phoenix Suns not great. not everything's great, even on a great roster. Here's Robert Parrish, who is with Mad Dog, telling a Larry Bird story you haven't heard.
We learned that you didn't get Malone out of there with Bird because you were mad that Larry didn't back you up with the contract. And you said on TV, Celtic City, this is the first time I'm ever saying this. That was fascinating. Expound on it. Let me hear. Go ahead.
When I was having contract difficulties, obviously the media went to Larry and asked Larry my importance on the team. Would it make a difference if I was traded or signed with another team, during free agency? And he said that if Robert don't want to be here, he can leave. We really don't need him. All you got to do is give me the basketball. And I didn't harbor any animosity, no resentment towards Larry. Matter of fact, I didn't even mention it to Larry. My opinion was, if that's the way he feels, that's the way he feels. But I also told myself, if that motherfucker ever needed my help, God help him.
And that was the case.
But those were my exact thoughts. And that is the genesis of why I did not lift a hand to help Larry or support Larry, because he did not support me.
I mean, the awful way. If he needs my help.
That documentary is incredible.
If he needs my help.
I'm telling you, it's nearing Last Dance levels for me in terms of the quality of it. And I just made it through episode 7, which goes to the death of Reggie Lewis, where he collapsed working out on the court.
Yeah.
And it's up to the point where Paul Pierce got stabbed 11 times in his rookie year at a Boston nightclub. And it kind of goes to black on someone saying, not again. Because this was Len Bias, and then 6 years later, Reggie Lewis died. And then in early 2000s, Paul Pierce is going to be the next Celtic star. And now he's stabbed a bunch of times in a nightclub. Terrific documentary. Robert Parrish, a big part of it. Robert Parrish is known as one of the more difficult athletes that any reporter's ever covered in any sport. He did not like the city of Boston. He did not like the fans, even though now he claims that he liked Boston more than he did. And he was a difficult guy to get along with and was the strong, silent type. So to hear a story like this is hilarious. And it says a lot about Robert Parrish, and it says a lot about Larry Bird also, which Larry Bird is a huge part of this as well. And he's liked by all of his teammates, but I could totally, knowing what I know about Larry Bird, what I've read, what I've seen in this documentary, see him saying something like that. If he's got a problem here, then we don't need him. I'm the most important part of the team, so he can leave. Even if he thought Robert Parrish was a vital part of the team, it's one of those that, he's not happy? He's not happy being here?
But ties in with
then
Nico.
He can go. By the way, it sounds like something Michael Jordan said.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Larry Bird part.
Well, the way
where he's like, Scotty was being selfish. Remember when he wanted more money?
Well, if roles were reversed, Robert Parrish would probably say the same thing based on his mentality there. You know? You want to be a part of us? Peace. Get out of here.
Parrish was something, man. Those where he just tomahawks Bill Laimbeer in one of the playoff series.
Growing up, I watched the one basketball instructional video I had was Larry Bird with Red Auerbach.
Yeah.
Have you seen this
one
too?
They show some of that in the documentary.
Okay, yeah. So I would watch that over and over again. And like the left hand, and I was mesmerized by how Red Auerbach's trying to make him show bad form. Like he shoot this way. This is not, you want to shoot with your elbow out and over your head. You don't want to do that. And Larry does it, and of course makes the shot on film.
Yeah.
Because he's not supposed to make it. He made it anyway.
It's incredible
from like
too,
the baseline.
Like that era Celtics team was so good, but also the last episode I watched was Rick Pitino and his time.
Yeah.
His short time there. And Pitino's interviewed for the documentary. But when Pitino got there, you mentioned Red Auerbach, he stripped him of a title that he had. He was like senior
advisor or something.
Well, he was like team president. But he was team president by title only.
Okay.
That's what it was. He was team president. But at that point in his life, he was not in the best health, and it was just by title only. He was just a dignitary, right? That was always around. He taught all the rookies the Celtic way and the history of the organization and everything else. Well, Rick Pitino got there, and having the ego that Rick Pitino has is like, I will be head coach and team president. So he demoted Red Auerbach. And that was the first strike against Rick Pitino, that something's not right here. And one of the players, it was D. Brown, was interviewed and said that Rick Pitino huddled the team together. They were getting their ass kicked by somebody in one of the worst years of the organization. And Rick Pitino huddled everybody up and said, hey, you see all these fans around here? They're not here to watch you play. They're here to watch me coach. And you're making me look bad, is what he told them. And Pitino, admits.
Larry Bird is not walking through that door.
Yeah, he admitted. He traded Chauncey Billups. I didn't realize this. He traded Chauncey Billups 60 games into his rookie year. Chauncey Billups in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame after he traded him. They wanted to get Tim Duncan. They had the worst record in basketball. They were tanking to get Duncan, and they did not get the lottery ball. It went to the Spurs. The rest is history for the Spurs. Yes. And they knew that it was a no-brainer. This guy's going to be the next Celtic great, win multiple titles. Didn't get Tim Duncan. Got the third and the fifth pick and got Chauncey Billups, or third and sixth pick, Chauncey Billups, Ron Mercer, who you saw two of them in that photo there. And that was going to be the next cornerstones, but Rick Pitino had a rough go in Boston. And he even says, I was too impatient on myself.
Well, he came in wanting to develop and train and mold players into what, though? Like in college, you're trying to get them to the league, and once they're in the league, it's like, that's them.
Yeah.
And that was his quote. He's like, he put out there through his agent, like, Rick wants to give it a shot at the NBA because he wants to try to mold and develop NBA roster into an all-time great roster. It just that approach does not work.
Well, and it was
not in the pros.
Everyone who covered him, I know Bill Simmons is a part of it, and Jackie McCallum, and all these people, Jackie McMullen, all the people that covered the Celtics in the day. Our guy, got the curly hair. The Boston sports writer.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll think of his name at some point. But all of them said it was the dumbest thing ever.
Yell it out. Can't hear you.
Go ahead.
There, O'Shaughnessy.
Thank you. Dan Shaughnessy, who's a big part of it. But they all said it was the dumbest thing ever for Rick Pitino because he could have been patient. He was everything. The organization gave up so much, paid him so much, gave him so much power. He should have been the most patient person in the room with that roster and with that team. And instead, he put so much pressure on himself and everyone around him from the jump with a bad roster to begin with that it just blew up quickly for that reason.
Red Auerbach said that Pitino was treating them like kids, not men. That was his famous quote about Pitino. Pitino I think Pitino would agree with that.
Yeah, he Chauncey Billups, who was not interviewed for it though, but said, or D. Brown got a note under his hotel door from Pitino that said, "Don't show up at the bus, you're traded." He would walk on the bus and he would say, "If this MFer's not out of here by the end of the week, make the deal happen to his people." Keep in mind, he's the president, so he makes calls on trades. Okay. He's saying find a trade partner, and he's saying it where the player can hear. On the bus after games. Get this MFer out of here. Incredible stuff. And then, of course, the famous speech of Larry Bird's not walking through that door. Yeah. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door.
With his accent,
where he chastises the city of Boston.
Larry Bird.
And Ryan Russillo was interviewed for, and he said, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You're going to torch the city that's got passion for the basketball team? Because now they're too negative. He said with Rick Pitino, it was always someone else to blame. It was the salary cap. It was these stupid, spoiled players. It was the fans.
Never really faced that criticism.
Never him.
Chad, I can't wait for What's Withrow watching because I'm a big fan of Black Mirror. And I haven't watched season 7. Okay. In fact, today you're reminding me that it's available. And I can binge all of this.
Yeah.
This is my kind of show right here.
I'm going to be as spoiler-free as possible. Okay. As humanly possible as I sort of give a quick descriptor of each of these episodes.
Bubble of what these episodes are like Netflix would do.
Yeah. Right? I'll give you my own version of it.
What's Withrow watching? We'll pause to find out if we have an open today for this. Like
Look at that. Oh, my gosh, it's possible. Amazing work.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Adam Brown. Thank you, Justin.
Turn that around so fast.
Thank you, Sean Anderson, for making something happen. We love a spirit of accomplishment around here.
Can we play that again?
At Hot Mike with Hutton and Withrow. You know what?
Can we play this again?
We missed 5 straight weeks of it, so why not? Let's play it a second time.
This is Siskel and Ebert with Chad Withrow.
Let's hit it.
At the movies with Chad Withrow.
All right. You know what, Hutton? It's our show. One more time, just to make up for that third week we didn't have it. Guys, one more, please.
Look at this. What's Withrow watching?
And I'm extra pumped up right now.
I feel like this is a show that comes on at like 3 a.m. on like ABC right after they're trying to sell you like this new pan for your stove.
I love I think Gene Siskel was the one that had like
They hated each other too, right?
Yeah, but he had like the delivery that's like, now I'm going to take you on a journey and what we're going to be watching in the movie theater. This movie
Ebert,
theater journey.
The fat dude?
Yeah, Ebert was a little more high pitched. Yeah. Ebert was the fat guy with the. Ebert was
the best
fat guy with glasses. Gene Siskel was balding guy.
Yeah. And
center.
They would take jabs at each other.
Yeah.
But not jabs. Like they did not like each other.
I feel like I'm in an episode of Black Mirror right now because my phone is getting calls from all over the world all of a sudden.
Where's this one
I've
from?
got 833 numbers. I had a call from Dripping Springs, Texas.
Wow.
Just a second ago, and it's just call after call after call. Anyway, if you're not familiar with the premise of Black Mirror, Charlie Brooker is a Brit, a brilliant guy. He is a former tech journalist turned filmmaker who writes dystopian, near-future, cautionary tales about technology taking over our lives and some things that can happen. Sometimes it's that, sometimes it's different. It's sort of Twilight Zone-esque type material. Every single episode is its different movie, right?
It's great. Yeah.
It's like a different movie every single time. So I want to get your reaction as to when I describe these also, what you think you'd be wanting to watch. So 6 episodes in the latest season, season 7.
Okay.
Number 6, we'll start with the worst on my list, and one that has a Rotten Tomato score of 98 with critics. The highest of the season is my least favorite of the season. Hotel Reverie at number 6. Hotel Reverie is, I don't know how I can say this without spoiling it, Hutton, so I'll just get to it. It is a take on the movie industry and AI and how you can take old classic movies and put stars of today in those movies. And it's a concept. It stars Awkwafina, Issa Rae, Emma Corrin. And it's the combining of a modern-day actress in L.A. whose favorite movie is a 1947 classic. And now she is going to play the part of the male lead, and she is going to be the romantic interest of the female lead in the movie. And because it's a modern-day retelling, mind you, right? Like, modern times, okay, you can have a same-sex couple be the plot focus of it, right?
Is this Gone with the Wind?
Well, I'll go ahead and spoil it for everybody.
I need to know this.
The actress in the 40s is a lesbian also, is what you come to find out.
Oh, okay.
And they get stuck in this mental reality space, and it becomes a love story between the actress who's playing a part in the movie in black and white
with the
actress who was like suppressed and a lesbian. And then here's what I didn't like about it, okay? If you're going to try to sell me a love story, like, I need context as to why these two people actually love each other and that they have a connection. But when it's one woman playing a part, tricking the other one, and then that woman starts to have flashbacks of a woman on set she was in love with, but it's not the one playing the male lead who's also a woman. I need context as to why these people care about each other. So this was an hour and 28-minute episode that I felt like completely wasted my time by the end of it because it was just setting up this sci-fi arena. But it was a big love story, and it didn't work for me.
How was the sex scene?
Pretty tame, honestly.
That's what it didn't do it for him.
Could have gone. My Roger Ebert review could have gone harder.
Could have gone harder.
Hotel Reverie could have gone harder. Next, number 5 is a sequel, Hutton, to a previous season episode, USS Callister Into Infinity. So the first one was Jesse Plemons.
Yes.
It is basically a guy who is the butt of all the jokes in his workplace, who has formed this video game, virtual reality game, where it's a Star Trek-like show, and you watch it the first time, you don't realize, you think that you're just watching it like a Star Trek episode. Mm-hmm. But really, he's got all these people mentally under hostage, and he gets to abuse them and treat them poorly during this game. This is a follow-up to it. I didn't like the first one as much as everyone. I thought it was clever. The actors are really good.
It's good, but it's not as good. There are great episodes. This one was just good. The first one, I'm saying.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yes.
It's treated like it's great.
Yes. I think it's overrated. Okay, I think the acting is good. The premise is pretty good, but I didn't find the vibe of it to be that enjoyable.
Not worth a sequel.
Certainly not worth a sequel. And again, Hutton, I'm a little bit bashful about hour and 18-minute episode. This is a movie. Like, this one's close to, I think, an hour and a half. The episode, the follow-up to it. So it's the same exact stuff. It's just a sequel to it. For that reason, it's number 5. But ahead of Hotel Reverie, which, again, didn't go hard enough for me.
Not hard enough.
Number 4 on the list, I thought was a really good concept. Common People, Rashida Jones, Chris O'Dowd. They play a married couple that quickly there is a health crisis with the wife, and there is a medical device that basically runs like a streaming service that you would pay for. So there's a medical device for brain injuries where you can have all of your consciousness and everything go to your brain, but it pays like Netflix. So this is almost like a critique of Netflix and everyone else to continue upgrading.
You feel like you have to have it.
Package, the unlimited. So without giving too much away,
we're going to charge you $5 more.
She will start saying in class ads. She'll say an ad for Folgers coffee as she's giving her lesson to her elementary school that she teaches.
That's part of waking up.
And they say, to get rid of the ads, you can upgrade to $8,000 a month now for this medical device. So basically,
this is why I like the show.
And it's also like it's not that far-fetched to think about a huge medical company making you surcharge, pay more and more and more for your own well-being for something you've already bought. Right? So it's a little bit scary. Some of this stuff hits a little too close to home, too. It's a very sad episode. I'll say that. But I think very well done, and the concept is good. So Common People,
it's sad.
Number 4. It is sad. There's other
That's a
plot
downer.
lines
I
in
need
it
an
too,
upper for number 2. Give me an upper. Give me an upper.
Number 3 is an upper.
This is number 3. Sorry.
Number 3. It's pronounced. Go ahead and put it on the screen because I'm going to have people see this while I say it. Those 2 words.
Hang on.
Take a stab at it. Go ahead.
Oberg. Didn't Oberg have this above A? For Oberg at the Masters?
Oh, that little accent mark?
Yes.
Yeah, he does, but it's not.
Okay, so it's not.
It's not an O. It's not an O. It's just. It's pronounced Bet Noir. Bet Noir. Bet Noir. Bet Noir. You know what I did? I went to Google, and they have the little, I love the pronunciation thing on Google.
Yes.
So that's how I learned that it's just bet is the first word, bet noir. It means a person or thing that one particularly dislikes. This is the best shot, I think, at comedy and fun of the season. It's episode 2, Hutton. And the way I'll describe it is, it's the gaslighting episode. This is about a young woman that works in an office, and suddenly an old high school acquaintance is a coworker. And once this coworker shows up, all these weird gaslighting moments start happening.
He spelled it now.
Where she doesn't know words that are commonly used, and then they Google it, and it's been changed to something that is different. So the episode is all about misinformation and disinformation, and how, Davy Hudson can think it's Hucklebarrow, as an example, instead of Hucklebearer. Instead of I'll be your Huckleberry, right? Like things like that can happen to people. This is what this episode's all about.
But in that example, if you Googled it, it would go back and it would be changed. Like the pronunciation would be changed. I mean, phonetically.
There's even more than that.
Okay.
There's like camera tricks that are done on security footage.
Okay.
There's basically a bigger sci-fi thing going on with it. So
propaganda.
It's a story about gaslighting, misinformation, while it's also got this broader sci-fi construct that you'll get to at the end, which I'm not going to spoil for you.
Bet. Don't need the accent.
Noir.
Bet.
Yes. I enjoyed it. Number 2 has got the lowest rating on Rotten Tomato of any episode this season. I freaking loved it. Plaything is the name of it, and it is basically a 1990s video game story. It is directed by the same guy who did Bandersnatch, which is a choose-your-own-adventure Black Mirror movie about a gamer in the 1980s, creating a 1980s-style video game. And it starts in a wild place, and basically it's a man being interrogated in a near-future London about a 1991 crime that he committed in 1991. And it's him talking to the detective and a psychologist about what happened. There's LSD in this. There's a lot of AI. It's a story about AI and the dangers of AI.
Okay.
There's murder. There's mystery. There's mayhem.
There's a plaything.
There's cool
There's a
music.
thing.
There's cool music. Plaything. Certainly a thing.
Any coincidence that the same director,
it went hard
the same
enough on
director who has a Bandersnatch also has Plaything?
Yeah, it's not nothing sexual about it, believe it or not. Much like Hotel Reverie, not enough sexuality in it.
This should be the title of the number 5 ranking for you.
Plaything is also 46 minutes, which I love.
Oh, this is perfect.
The shortest one.
That's how it should be.
Number 1, Paul Giamatti is going to win an Emmy in this one because the whole thing is basically him. Eulogy. Eulogy is a story of an American man who gets a call one day asking about a woman who just died in England if he would contribute to her eulogy and her memorial. And then when he hears her name, doesn't know her, then hears her maiden name, and it's a woman that he had a 3-year relationship with back in the late 80s, early 90s in New York City. And it is a piece of technology that is delivered by drone to him that you put on your temple and you can go inside of photos and remember everything that happened in a photo. So all he has of this woman are photos of her face poked out or blotted out because he was mad at her. And as it goes along, it tells the story of their relationship through the photos. And all he's trying to do is remember her face the whole time. And in doing so, he's jumping inside of these photos that everyone around him is completely still, but it's jogging his memory about the relationship they had, about what happened. And now he's an old man and she's dead. It's awesome. Everything that Hotel Reverie tried to make you feel about relationship, about love, about everything else, this one hits. This hits all the right notes. And Paul Giamatti is incredible in it because it's basically him. It's him and one other actress the entire episode, and that's it. It's like a one-man show, of a story. And I think it's about an hour and 10 minutes, but it's my favorite of the season.
I don't know why I have this song now in my head. Remember the band Filter and the song Picture?
Yeah.
I'm now humming that in my own head. I know you are too.
They've got some of that era music in this episode too, which you'll love.
So it's also telling us the story of why why her face is blotted out, right? Like why it's
why he's mad at her.
Yeah, okay, yeah. This is great.
All of that's in there too. So number 6, I'll give the quick caption for each. Hotel Reverie didn't go hard enough for me. Number 5, USS Callister Into Infinity, a sequel of something that wasn't great for me in the first place. Number 4, Common People, good but sad. Number 3, Bête Noire, funny yet also scary. Number 2, Plaything, mystery, excitement, sci-fi adventure. Number 1, Eulogy, heartfelt, love story, but hits all the right notes.
Heartfelt and
of
hard.
What a story should be.
Giamatti goes hard.
He always goes hard. Always.
Is he always going to be the actor that we don't give him enough credit for how great he is? He's talking like best actors. Like everything he's in, I love.
He is a capital A actor.
I mean, he gets the credit. I mean, if he's on screen, it's big time. But I'm saying if we're hanging out, we're just listing our favorite actors.
He's
you know
awesome.
what I mean?
As John Adams.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
Think of all the things he's been a part of.
All of it.
The movie that he was in, Adam will probably know this. Also, a recent movie, like in the last 2 or 3 years, where he was nominated for an Oscar or won one. And I'm looking for it right now, where he plays like the professor at the English boarding school. It's awesome. The Holdovers is the name of the movie. I saw it on Peacock when they released it there. And it's about a bunch of high school kids in a boarding school and the 2 or 3 that are left over for Christmas break because they have nowhere to go because their parents are on vacation somewhere else. And he plays a professor or a teacher at this school. Really, really good. Kind of Dead Poet Society, coming of age type story. And he's awesome in it.
Straight out of Compton, he's awesome.
Yes. Billions, obviously. Yeah. Really good. But he's great in this Black Mirror episode. And I'm sure you probably knew this, but his dad is A. Bartlett Giamatti, the former MLB commissioner. So he is the son of the Major League Baseball commissioner.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. That was his father.
That's awesome.
Yep.
What other movie? Let's see. Saving Private Ryan.
Private Parts.
Private Parts, yeah.
He's Pig Vomit.
He's Pig Vomit, yes. Let's see. Cinderella Man.
Yes, yeah. That's another good one.
Yeah, I mean, everyone always mentions, I always see Sideways
Yeah.
But I don't think of that one as one of my favorites. So
Thomas Hayden Church in Sideways is so funny and so good. It got me thinking, like, okay, this is what happened to, was it Lowell from Wings? Wasn't that his character?
Lowell,
The
yeah.
show Wings. Why wasn't he in more stuff after that? And then once he did Sideways, I'm like, why is this guy not in everything?
Yeah.
He's very good.
Truman Show. He's in Truman Show. Anyway, yeah. Paul
Great
Giamatti
career.
goes hard. Check it out. And this is on Netflix. We said that, right?
Netflix, season 7. There are 34 episodes. Oh, quickly. I did look this up. The Hollywood Reporter rated all 34 episodes after this last season. The episodes that I listed are ranked 21st, 16th, 12th, 11th, 9th, and 8th. Eulogy was 8th. So we agreed on that. But they had Plaything as the worst of this season, but it was 21st out of 34. Not bad. So the worst
like
of
longer,
this season
I
was
guess.
21. So
Yeah,
that's
really good.
That's pretty good.